Hey, everybody, this is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with October's indie comic recommendations. Before I get into that, just a reminder that Mighty Mascots number 10 is on pre-launch right now for Indiegogo. Sign up, you get a 6x9 mini print with artist John Mills. Also, I want to mention that October 28th, Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be launching this live on the Indie Comics Relay channel. And also, if you're a creator that has a crowdfunding that you want to promote and you want to come on for a couple minutes and promote your crowdfunder, we'll be sending out the link to come on the show and to promote. So it'll be kind of like a fun party, like launching Mighty Mascots, but then also promoting everybody, at the same time. So it should be a good time. And then I'll have Johnny and Harry with me as well. So it should be good. So check it out. You can sign up now and get that free print added to your order when you make a physical purchase. So check it out. All right. So I've been doing these videos for a couple of years now. I always feel like I have to do this in intro in case you've never seen one of these videos before. But basically I go through my previews order every month through Diamond, and I use DCBS. And so you have to preview everything that's coming out. And I thought, why not make some recommendations for some cool indie comics that I'm seeing? And like I said, it's not every book that's coming out, but it's books that appeal to me, and also make recommendations to you guys based on my knowledge. I've been reading comics since I was a little kid. So I love this stuff, and I want to share it with everyone. So this is my recommendations. We have 5 this month for October. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. Our first recommendation this month is ThunderCats Apex #1. This is written by Ed Brisson, art by Rafa Labosco, I think is how you say it. And the cover artist is Declan Shalvey. Declan Shalvey is also the writer of the ThunderCats series for Dynamite. So this is a one-shot. It's $4.99. It's supposed to be a pretty good size special, 40 pages. And it's supposed to be the launch pad for a new story arc for the ThunderCats series. I don't know who this Apex character is. It might be a new Thundercat, might be a new villain. I don't know. It looks kind of cool just from this image. Leaning towards Thundercats because that looks like kind of like a like a cat-like being, And I think this is the symbol, the Thundercats. Yeah, it's right here too. So yeah, it's going to be some kind of new Thundercat. So this should be interesting. I've been enjoying the ThunderCats Dynamite series. I did a review of issue 1 a while ago, and the issue 1 I wasn't that thrilled with, but I kept reading it for the next few months, and it got better. Like it started to build up from my problem with the first issue was that it was just nothing new. It's everything you'd seen before in the cartoon. But then number 2, 3, and 4 started building this new storyline of stuff you hadn't seen in the ThunderCats universe. So it's gotten better, and I actually would really recommend it now, especially if you're an old fan of the IP. So check out ThunderCats Apex. It's coming out. If you're looking to get this added to your order, I wouldn't rely on just assume that your comic shop's going to give it to you if you're getting ThunderCats. They might. Good shops will. But if you want to make sure you get it, this is the diamond code right here that you would give to your shop. Tell them that you want to grab this one, and they'll order it for you. All right, moving on to our second book. This is Through the Bows, a Yuletide offering #1. Now, this is a one-shot from the Distillery Media team. It's an anthology about winter and Christmas and things like that. And it's 64 pages, which is awesome. It's got some great creators on it. James Tinian IV, Kenny Roten, Sweeney Boo, a whole mess of creators. And it's, like I said, an anthology. And Distillery, they do these big magazine size, prestige bound format books. That's how they release all their books. It's usually miniseries of 3, but this one is like a one shot. And because it's an anthology, I was interested in it because I'm assuming it's going to be an anthology with Christmas themes, but also kind of like horror a little bit added in there. And this cover looks great. I love that. It's very very cool, and a lot of good talent on it. So I'm definitely in it. It's a little pricey at $9.99, but you get 64 pages, and it's prestige format with embossed covers and things like that. So I don't know. I've been enjoying Distillery's products. I don't get all of their books, but the few that I have gotten have been really good. So this one I can definitely say. And I'm curious because the Tinian one sounds really good, but this Patrick McHale one, I guess, is by the guy that worked on the Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and Over the Garden Wall. So I'm kind of curious about that one to see how that'll be. So yeah, if you want to order Through the Bows, Yuletide offering. This is the diamond code that you would give your retailer. Let them know that you want this one shot. Okay, moving on to our next book. It's Behemoth #1. This is by writer Grant Sputor and Ryan Engel and Jay Martin. Now, it seems like a classic kaiju kind of story, but it's more about a group of people that are inside of a bus that gets swallowed by a giant monster, and their struggle to escape out of the creature's body. And it sounds really cool. I was like, okay, I can get behind that. I don't think I've seen that story done in a lot of things recently or ever, in comic form. So and Dark Horse, I said in the past, have been releasing some really cool, interesting looking books. And I think it might be, I don't know if it's an ongoing series. It doesn't say. And it's $3.99, which is kind of a rarity now. Every book out there seems to be about $5. So and I don't know Grant Sputor or Ryan Engel or Jay Martin, but just this image alone looks really cool. So I'm willing to give it a shot. That's how you discover new talent, So I'll definitely check it out. If you want to order Behemoth, this is the diamond code. Give them to your retailer. Let them know that ICR sent you. All right, moving on to our last two here. This one is called Freddy Fix. It's a one shot. The writer on this is Garth Ennis, and the artist is Mike Perkins. Now, this actually has some preview art, which we'll take a look at in a moment. But it's saying that this one might be a magazine size format. Now, I don't know if that's like the Distillery where it'll be like prestige bound. Oh, and it's saying a cardstock cover. So maybe will be perfect bound magazine trim size and feature card. So yeah, so maybe it is like a Distillery, but I think that's cool. $7.99. I love Garth Ennis. I love most everything he's done. And Mike Perkins is an artist I discovered pretty recently. He did a mini series at DC called Batman First Night with Dan Jurgens, and the art was spectacular. I loved it, and it's that Batman First Night was basically set in the continuity of the early detective issues where Batman didn't have a lot of the things he has now, like Alfred, and it was set in that continuity where it's just Batman basically, but it was like a noir, this detective mystery. It was excellent. If you can find that in a trade paperback or even the original issues, and that was oversized as well, and it was great. The artwork is awesome. So combining these two, it's going to be a winner, I think, hands down. And it's a one shot too, so you only got to buy the one here, but it sounds like it's The Boys meets Ray Donovan, which is kind of awesome. Kind of like a monster cleanup guy, goes in and cleans up after monsters who get into trouble and things like that. I thought it looks great, but to check out some of this awesome Mike Perkins artwork, and let me see if I can make it bigger here, but look at that. I mean, it's so good. Like, dude's got, I might have to look into some of his older stuff, but look at how gross that is. That's awesome. But really, really good stuff. So I'm in for this one. It's $7.99. It's a one shot, like I said, and it's from Image Comics, which Image does a great job with indie stuff as well. So check that out. If you want to order it, this is the diamond code you would give your retailer and let them know that we sent you. All right, now final book, which is another Image one that I'm really excited about, is Dust to Dust, 1 of 8. This is by writer J.G. Jones and Phil Bram is the artist. Now, this is a mini-series premiere. J.G. Jones, which you might know from Wanted and a couple other great books. I'm blanking on some of his others. I think he did something with DC, The Final Crisis, I think. But look at this cover. Looks so cool. It's supposed to be about a mystery, a serial killer. It's set during the Great Depression who stalks the Dust Bowl. It sounds awesome. And just this image alone has got me going, okay, I'm in. This is great. So I love stuff like this. I've said in many of these recommendations, you put a detective in it, you put a noir spin, you throw a serial killer in, I'm in. I think it's going to be great. And it's been a while since we've seen anything by J.G. Jones, so I'm excited for this book. Image looks great. I wish we had some pages to look at on this one, but maybe soon. It was just announced. And also $3.99, another book that's a bargain for your money this time around. So I already signed up for this entire mini series, so I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it. So if you want to check out Dust to Dust by J.G. Jones and Phil Bram, this is the diamond code that you give your retailer. Let them know that you want this book and tell them ICR sent you. All right, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in for these recommendation videos. I love doing them. I love going through that previews guide. And I'm like a little kid at Christmas time finding new comics to check out. I love this industry so much. And I'm always happy to see new stuff that appeals to me. So, but yeah, join us every other Monday, live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. Me, Johnny, and Harry always interview very cool creators. We have a good time, and we love having the chat involved and asking questions and just commenting. It's great. So it's a good time. And yeah, and then like I said earlier in the show, the 28th, put that on your calendar, especially if you're a creator with a crowdfunding project or a comic you want to promote, anything, just come in for a couple minutes, promote, and then we'll boot you. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for checking us out. Have a great week, and most importantly, read some comics. All right. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.